The definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. As human beings, we all want to be successful in life. That's kind of what we all strive for in whatever we do. And some try harder than others. Some have better work ethic than others. But in the long term, I think that everybody wants to be successful at something in some part of their lives. But what people nowadays try to relate success to is money or fame or social status. What we really need to get through our thick skulls is that success isn't just about how much money you have. It's not about owning your own $1 million company. And it's not about how many followers you have on Instagram or Facebook. It's about how you serve other people. Because you see, that's the way God intended it. God didn't intend for us to just think about ourselves. And I think that's the way that most people nowadays have strayed to. They think that success only relates to how successful they can be, how successful they can make themselves, not how they can better other people. And you see, the real question we should be asking ourselves as Christians is, how can we be successful Christians by serving other people? Now, in this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 helpful tips on how you can be successful as a Christian. The first point is the key to success is how you serve. You see, so many people nowadays relate success to how they can better their own lives. They relate it to how they can get that dream job where they're making at least $100,000 a year. They relate it to how they can make $1 million a year and own their own company. They relate it to how they can get 100,000 followers on Instagram. You see, that's not the biblical route to true success. You see, as a Christian, success derives from how you help other people. That's the way that God intended. The Bible verse that I chose for this first point is 1 Peter 4:10, and it says this: "Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms." You see, God has called us to use the gifts that He has given us to help better the lives of other people and improve upon their lives. You see, like I said before, we get so caught up in how we can better our own lives with the gifts that we're given. You know, we tell God, well, if I would have just been this much faster, if you would have gave me the running capability, then I could have done this, this, and this. Or if you would have gave me bigger brain power, I could have, owned my own business and been a millionaire by now. You see, you've got it all wrong. You shouldn't be looking at success like that. You should be looking at it as a way that you can serve others. Instead of thinking of how you can help yourself in some way, figure out some way that you can help other people. We need to make serving others and serving God a part of our daily basis routine. Most people just don't think about it that way, but we really do. It needs to be a part of our daily basis routine. And, we need to stop focusing, like I said, on how many Instagram likes we got and how much money we're making, and instead focus on God and how we can help others. Because God will worry about tomorrow, and God will always take care of tomorrow. All we have to worry about is how we can help God's kingdom and how we can help other people. The second point is serving erases the fear of failure. A good example of this point is when a musician performs on a stage. You see, instead of thinking and being afraid of all the eyes watching them, what if they change their mindset? What if they think about it in a way of the audience? Instead of thinking about themselves, instead of thinking, oh, what am I going to do wrong and how am I going to embarrass myself? What if they really thought about, man, you know what? I really have a great opportunity here to serve these people and to give them what they came for. What if musicians change their mindset and instead of thinking about themselves and how they can embarrass themselves, think how amazing it is that they have the ability to come serve these people with the gifts that God has given them. That would get rid of all their fear. The Bible verse that I chose for this point is Joshua 1:9, and it says this: "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." You see, we don't have anything to fear because we all know that God is always with us. And you see, when you do transition to living that fearless life and to getting your mind out of the gutters and that way of thinking about just yourself all the time, then you will truly be able to live a successful life. So stop focusing on all the applause from the crowd and instead focus on God and serving others. Because when you focus on the applaud from the crowd, that just causes an atmosphere of fear instead of atmosphere of love. The last point is serving creates purpose. A good example for this final point is when a person is first finding their first job. Because you see, a lot of times when young adults like myself are looking for their first job, they're trying to find a job that will satisfy them emotionally and meet all their emotional needs. But really and truthfully, in everything we do, especially at your job where you're going to spend most of your life, you really want to find a job that you can be able to use all the gifts that God has given you and be able to serve people with the gifts that God has given you. The Bible verse that I chose for this final point is Galatians 5:13-14, and it says this: "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself." You see, we are called as Christians to be loving servants, and that means that we have to humble ourselves and truly place the needs of others before our own. And you might ask me, well, Tyler, how do you do this? Well, the real easy answer to that is that once you do get that job where you're using all your God-given gifts, once you get that job, you need to walk through the doors of that business every day showing the love of God and being a true loving servant of God to everybody, whether it's a coworker or whether it's a customer, whether they want to be difficult with you or whether they're not. You need to show the love of God and be a loving servant to them. Because here's the deal. The real key to success, and the main point I want to give you today in this video, is that the key to success is the purpose that you find in helping other people. In conclusion, you learn 3 key factors to being successful as a Christian. Number 1, the key to success is how you serve. 1 Peter 4:10. Number 2, serving erases the fear of failure. Joshua 1:9. And finally, number 3, serving creates purpose. Galatians 5:13-14. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't yet. Until next time, Tyler's Devotions provides you with the best tips and tricks for your walk with God.